Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's Sunday school lesson. I hope you had an absolutely wonderful week. So this week we are going to learn a little bit more about the story of Jonah. Now, it's a story most of us have probably heard already, but did you know that the book of Jonah is a very unique book in our Bible? It's unique because it's a 4-chapter book that tells one continuous story. It tells the story of Jonah. So Jonah was one of the most reluctant prophets out there. He kept on trying to run away from God. And the book of Jonah just doesn't stop when Jonah tries to run away and doesn't listen to God. The book of Jonah continues. It tells us about how God tried to get his attention by having Jonah get swallowed up by a giant fish. And then this fish spews him out. But our story doesn't stop there. God keeps after Jonah because God needs Jonah to go to Nineveh and help the people of Nineveh, called the Ninevites, realize that the way they're living and their actions are hurting God. And eventually, Jonah does just that. Jonah eventually makes it to the city of Nineveh, and the Ninevites receive God's mercy and grace. And the coolest part about that story is that God kept on giving Jonah second chances. It is a remarkable story of God's grace and mercy for all of us. So now, as we watch our lesson video today, I want us to pay special attention to the character named Bert. Because sometimes a person we call a bully or is being mean, intentionally mean to other people, is simply trying to cover up their own hurt and their own pain. So what's bothering Bert? Let's watch together.
Mimi, we're partners.
We are? That's amazing! What are the odds?
Well, pretty good, actually.
So I guess that means you and I are partners, Leo. Fine, I can live with that.
No, actually, I'm partners with Jamila.
Hello, I am very excited to be part of and to contribute to this team. What are we doing?
Making large dioramas of Jonah and the whale.
Well, if you two are partners, and you two are partners, then who am I? Is Bert standing right behind me with a slip of paper? Yep. Does it have my name on it? Uh-huh. Great. Just great.
I can hear you, you know.
Sorry, I'm just not super excited to work with Bert the class bully.
Well, sorry, I'm not excited to work with you.
Apology accepted? Come on, let's get this over with. See you guys later, unless Bert chains me to a bike rack or something.
Any of you want to trade partners?
If I was with Gabe, those would be glued already. Or Leo. Leo would already have this thing built with little robots walking all over it.
There.
Great. What part of the diorama of Jonah inside a whale is that?
I don't know.
Feel better?
No.
Then stop breaking our sticks.
You know who would be good at this? Dean.
Who's Dean?
My friend from my old school. I should be doing this with him.
Wait, what are you upset about? You get to work with me.
A lot of fun that's been.
You get to break stuff. You love to break stuff.
I don't like breaking stuff. It just happens sometimes, and it doesn't help when you're being so bossy.
Don't call me bossy, bully.
Don't call me bully, bossy.
All right, I won't.
Good, that makes me feel better.
Then why are we yelling?
I don't know! All right, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do a good job on this.
And I'm sorry I just kept being way too honest about everything. I just had planned on being with one of my friends for this.
I'm sorry I messed up your plan.
Well, I guess it wasn't anything you did.
Tiny robot legs for the diorama. Spectacular.
We have to beat them.
Yes, we do.
Your hand was covered in glue, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Not at all like I planned it.
So the story of Jonah teaches us that God gives us second chances. Even when we are reluctant to take them and do what is right, because sometimes doing the right thing can be very hard. God will always give us second chances. And that is exactly what happened with Ruby and Bert. Bert was called the class bully, and Ruby was called bossy by Bert. But once they talked about it, they realized that all they both wanted to do was do their project together and do it really, really well. They both gave each other second chances. Sometimes we have to give people in our lives second chances. Sometimes we have to remember that we have to stop and listen. Just like Ruby and Bert listened to each other. God gives us second chances. Just like Jonah overcame his reluctance and he eventually followed God's lead, guess what? He still didn't have a good attitude. Sometimes when we follow God, it's going to be hard. Sometimes we might not have the best attitude about it. But remember, when we follow God, God will always be with us, and God will always give us second chances. So this week, maybe we can find somebody to give a second chance to. Maybe we can find somebody we can listen to that we haven't always listened to too well. As we close this week, let's say a prayer together. God, help us to listen better. Even when we try to do the right thing, sometimes it's going to be hard. God, when we make mistakes and we mess up, remind us that you always give us second chances and that you love us. Amen. I hope everyone has a great rest of your weekend. I hope to see you soon. That's all for now. Bye.